Pre-order and get beta early access.
Why does that feel so promising? Oh my god. It seemed so promising, didn't it?
Destiny 2.
So
that's it.
Right off the bat.
What do you mean that's it?
As a Destiny
I need more.
You need more. It's just, there is a 14-minute. I did see that.
Load it up.
No.
I got all the time in the world.
You want to see the 14-minute one?
No.
Okay, so
no, I'll watch it at home.
Not really. Not really. I don't need to.
He's got to go to bed.
Yeah.
From this. No, from this video, if you play Destiny, you got a lot from that video. You know, from those 3 minutes. If you didn't, you kind of got pulled in.
Yeah.
You know, now you're intrigued.
Don't speak for me.
Destiny.
Don't speak for me. I
No,
didn't get pulled into
but
this.
you have to speak for yourself then, because the question.
Yeah.
I'm joking.
That's your opinion. I'm speaking for myself.
Well, the question is though: are you playing? Does this get you to want to play Destiny? Are you on board? You too, Double OP.
All right,
you guys have not been
I'll answer
playing
your
this.
question. If it's on Switch, yeah.
I'll play it if it's on Switch.
If it's on
You
the
imagine?
new PlayStation Portable PS4, I'll play it.
You imagine that portable Destiny? Oh, that's awesome.
Portable Destiny.
Where it was that's why I originally had Destiny on PlayStation 4, because I was playing it on my Vita. I was doing
that's
remote
right,
play with
that's
some
right.
Destiny.
Yep.
Yeah, we would be playing multiplayer. I was laying in bed while we were playing.
That's very convenient.
Yeah.
It definitely was enticing. You cannot deny that.
Yeah.
What I want to know is like, we know it's like matches. You know, it's not going to take all day. You guys are doing missions and stuff and battling.
Well, the game's going to have a huge player base too, so there's
Yes.
no downtime.
And speaking of downtime, like some of the things that we got out of the announcement today is that they are doing away with the fact of, you know, you have to fly into the hub, then fly out to orbit, then fly to the activity.
Okay.
It's going to be seamless where you can go to activity without this loading. There's more.
Right.
More immersion in it. So and then they're adding new things. I guess they're calling them adventures or something.
Right.
So it's a new type of quest. Adding matchmaking to raids in game content,
which is a big thing.
These are the new
They're huge
MMOs,
things.
man. Like, this game is an MMO, but not one that you pay to play. You know?
Well, I mean, you're gonna pay something to play it. Like, ultimately, to experience all of Destiny 1, it cost you about $130.
But think about it. Like, when's the last time an MMO came out?
True,
Like, it's been
a true
while.
MMO. Most of them are free to play now. I mean, we got Blade and Soul. We have Terra.
Let's talk mainstream, like good ones that like people are actually talking about. Like,
wait a minute.
But there are a lot of the MMO I would probably say, let me step back. I would put myself into being a member of the MMO scene.
Same.
Very novice member. But when you say like new MMOs not coming out that people aren't talking about,
he said novice member. It's like 22 million hours in World of Warcraft.
But see, World of Warcraft is a generalized MMO.
Dude.
I think when you say MMO, you think World of Warcraft. But
this week there was an article saying that Final Fantasy XI is celebrating its 15th year as an MMO, and I've been playing that game for 15 years.
That's great.
No joke.
Yeah.
Now, granted, on and off, it's not been like lately, but I will subscribe during the free campaign again just to go back and play it. That game was on PS2. That game is awesome.
I mean, and when you say stuff like that, like I stay subscribed to World of Warcraft, even though I haven't played it in 5 months.
And
I have no idea why I still pay my subscription.
Wow.
It's because there's always that feeling. You can be like, I can load it up.
I can load it up anytime, and I have to go through payment and billing. Like,
oh my
World
god!
of Warcraft is there, ready to go.
But
I'm playing things like Star Trek Online, DC Universe, Terra. I've mentioned that. Star Wars. We were supposed to start playing that together.
That is true. However, you can play the game and you earn points so you don't have to pay, but you have to play. The convenience of just able to load it up and do what the hell you want is pretty cool.
See, Wayne the Bat just played Star Wars today too. He plays as a sub, so he subscribes to the service to get the extra content. I mean, there's that level of it.
Like 14 is still around, and there's an expansion coming out in the next 2 months.
He's still talking about Final Fantasy.
Well, yeah, because it's still relative because there's an expansion coming out.
Okay.
Is that you're talking about?
It's an MMO. 14.
Okay. The
Final
Realm
Fantasy
Reborn.
14.
They call it something else now. Heaven's Sword.
Heaven's Ward. It was the first expansion, and then the new one that's coming out is like Stormblood.
Oh, there's the new Elder Scrolls Online, Morrowind.
Yeah, that's that too.
But what I want to know in Destiny in part 2 is it going to feel more like you said, are they going to add these aerial battles? Am I going to be able to get in one of those tanks? Am I going to be able to do these things and make it feel like Planetside?
Yeah, I think that the tank is there. What I'm more concerned about is whether or not that tank was AI controlled, because what I didn't see in that gameplay trailer was what my view would be if I was in a tank. Am I driving this tank in third person, or am I inside of it and it's scoped out for me of what I see inside that tank?
All I'm doing is shooting, or is this story mode tank where I have to hop in it first?
Or is this an escort type mission? Is this an AI control type tank? And you see like the character that's the main character, I can't remember his name, but he takes the leap onto the spaceship. That's not me doing that. So again, we do see a lot of cutscene. We do see a lot of what can be construed as an AI controlled instance, but at the same time, it looks epic. It looks like what you want out of a Destiny. It's a battle going on all around you.
Yeah, that's what I got. I see new weapons. I see new armor. I might have seen a new warrior or a new guardian. I see the possibility of it could be Wild Wild West, and I can run around and do whatever the hell I want.
So the breakdown is that they are keeping the same base classes, keeping all the subclasses, but adding one additional subclass to each class.
Cool.
That's good. That's good.
So that should add some more variety to the game instead of like a bunch of Titans running around
But I would like to see a new class altogether.
A bunch of warlocks.
When I first seen Destiny, I just thought it would be like that you would be able to do that though. Like you keep asking for let me pilot a plane and shoot something up. Let me do those extra things.
The core of that game is not vehicles though.
The thing,
but it is. They put such emphasis on vehicles when the game. I
never understood that.
Like when the game first launched, and you had a jump ship that, this is where, like you say, you don't think that there's that emphasis on it, or it shouldn't be that kind of game. The problem
I'm not
with
saying
it
shouldn't be. It's just saying it's not. It's more of like a shooter.
The very first mission or quest of Destiny is that you wake up and you find your ghost, and then he sends you out on finding a ship so you can get in orbit.
Yeah, but isn't the ship just a loading screen?
Yes,
but the ideal is that if that was the first thing you did was find the ship.
Yeah.
How do you leave that behind? That was my ship, because then later on, within an hour of the first gameplay, you upgrade your ship. You meet this chick. She has all the ships, and she gives you a new ship, and you get a better looking ship. Yeah. But again, it's a loading screen. Right. So you're like, why am I getting these ships? And then they give you a speeder, and then you're like, why do I get a speeder? And then they had to introduce racing because you had to use the speeder.
Yeah, but the speeding's cool, like the sparrows.
But you introduce so much into this game of vehicles, you would think that that's the ultimate direction.
It would be like your futuristic battlefield or something.
Where's the Warthog?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think like
I don't need a Warthog.
A speeder with some guns or something.
I want a Ghost.
A little heavier.
Would you guys play a futuristic battlefield?
They already made one of those a long time
I know they did, but
I don't what are you saying?
Destiny's graphics.
You're almost saying Destiny can go towards the way of PlanetSide.
Right. That's what I've been trying to say, but you guys keep saying some cool stuff, so it kind of
what I liked about Destiny is that I could log in and I could just see all these people in a hub and just walking around doing stuff, right? That's the feeling you get when you play an MMO. Like when you're doing stuff, you see other people playing the game. Mm-hmm. So if your friends aren't on, you can jump into a random group if you want. If your friends are on, you'll get a little notification. You guys can meet in the hub, plan out your raid or whatever you want to do, and then jump into a game. I like that because it's like your daily life is being spent in a virtual space.
Right.
Much like what we played World of Warcraft and all that. And it was cool. Like when a friend came on, it was kind of like, you know, like your buddy came over to your house.
Oh, yeah. You're excited.
And you're like, hey, what's going on, man? What do you want to do tonight? And they're like, oh, let's go do this raid. And you're like, this is... I like that. MMOs are the only kind of game that give you that feeling. You know what I mean? If I go and play baseball, I have to wait for someone to log into their PlayStation and then be like, hey, you like want to play a game? Like, that's kind of a pain. Like, the whole thing, MMOs are like seamless.
Yeah, because you're
all in the same world.
Right, you're already there.
And there's always so much to do that, like, you don't need to feel like you have to, like, play these games incrementally. You can, like, jump in for a 6-7 hour period and play. And that's what I think Destiny kind of accomplishes on the console.
I know,
do you remember the PS3 and it had that PlayStation World thing? Where
the PS Life.
Shit. Yeah, PS Life.
What the hell was that? No,
it was just Life.
No, what was that terrible? It was like The Sims, but for real.
Yeah,
it was Life.
And you just walked around
PlayStation Home.
On PlayStation Home.
And it was all your friends, and everybody was like, it was exactly what you were saying. You would get on this thing.
And the best, but that was also missing exactly what Destiny is missing when you move from activity to activity, and that's what MMOs have, and that's why maybe Destiny is apart from it, but you didn't travel with friends. Like, you saw everybody in a group, but when you pull yourself away from that group and then you travel to an activity and you don't, like, so I can be in World of Warcraft. I can go to a city, and then we can meet up in that city. We can all hop on our mounts, and then we can just take the road and walk to the next city.
Seamless,
right. Yeah.
Seamless, like
transitions. You don't have that.
You
didn't have that in PlayStation Home. You don't have that in Destiny.
Right.
That draws it away from the MMO aspect.
That's a feature of an MMO, definitely. Yeah. You can walk out of that town and be like, here's the starter area, here's the next area, and the next area. You can do that. Like, the game is literally walkable.
So like if Destiny has more of that, then yes, we're talking
right.
But
it still accomplishes the same feeling, though.
Right, but how would you incorporate that? You're basically jumping from planet to planet. You have to add that ship. You have to bring it back to your ship. You almost have to
Han Solo style.
Yeah, you almost have
my ship.
It does, I guess. Because we can't ask for the perfect experience, but what I'm saying is that it still feels like a game that you log in for periods of time, and like you can communicate with other people you know. And it's like you're all hanging out in the same room.
But it would still feel kind of weird if like you took the game like World of Warcraft and you had me collect all these mounts, but I can only use the mount if I'm standing in the city.
World.
Yeah, I'm standing in the city and I can sit on my mount. But then other than that, the mount doesn't matter. Like,
yeah, true. It's just
it just seems like, what the fuck?
So you would want to be able to do that with your ship in Destiny?
Yeah, I want to move with my ship. I want to fly with you.
The thing is huge. It's going interstellar.
Yeah.
Dude, if they partner up with No Man's Sky and then make Destiny.
Mash up.
There you go.
There it is.
So you're fighting then
Destiny 2 would be only half of a good game.
Like almost like Eve or something. You want to be able to have a ship and...
Yeah. Eve Online.
Man. Yeah.
Good news. Destiny 3 will probably be out in like 6 years.
6 years. That's what we have to wait. By the way, Wayne the Bat has an answer for your question in the chat. Futuristic Battlefield is Halo.
Well, I know, right?
Or Battlefield 2142.
Oh shit! Going back. That's only PC.
What, 2142?
Isn't that a PC only?
Yeah, that was PC only.
Wow.
And it was good.
PC
you get to use like
some shit like that.
It was Titanfall before Titanfall existed.
Before Titanfall existed.
Wow.
Yeah. Gotcha. All right, so